It is Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. Late night ride today. Again. We'll see how many people show up today. I invited the whole Thursday night crew along with some others. We're going to be doing just a free ride tonight. See how many people show up. Todd is here. I think that's Amy, Ron, and Tabby. My stuff keeps cutting out here. What's weird is my watts are on. That's usually the problem I have. That's working. But everyone disappeared. And there they are. They're back. Chris Myers is here. Good to see you, Chris. Got about a minute and a half till we start. Then we are going to talk about what 9 p.m. rides are going to look like for a little bit, and then we'll finish out the hour ride from there. If my connection stays here. Good to see Todd. I wonder, poor internet tonight, Todd says. It could be me too. It could be, maybe it's a Zwift issue. Ten seconds to go, and then we are off. Here we go. All right, so I invited about 75 people here. We have 6. I don't know if we're gonna, here's the deal. I'll tell you the deal, and then I'll type it out to these guys. We're trying to find a regular schedule here for training. Now, a lot of us have signed up for the Ironman Chattanooga 70.3. That's next May 22nd, but it's never too early. And never too early. I'm going to chat here with Amy because we haven't talked with Amy in quite some time. She's missed a few trivia rides. Ron, keep it going. Keep the conversation going so I can talk. So what we're looking for is some consistency. Something that we can say, all right, I have a ride at this time every day. Now, we were doing 5 a.m. Warriors for a long time, and it worked for a long time, and then it just fell apart. It's really hard to keep that discipline when you don't have that desire to kind of to answer the alarm at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. So we decided, why not try 9 p.m. So from now on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. we're going to be out here riding. Now, my personal calendar is this. I will do a swim on Monday and Wednesday, and then on Monday and Wednesday night we're going to do a harder bike. So we're probably going to be doing workouts. Okay? Today we're just free riding. We're trying to get some people together. Just trying to get some people together, have a little chat. But starting next week, we're going to be doing the My cadence meter went out. There it is. Starting next week, we're going to be doing Zwift's training plan, the 10 to 12 week FTP builder. Now the FTP builder, it's a full week's worth of workouts. It doesn't really presuppose that you are a triathlete. It's more of a cyclist workout. But the good news is each week has basically four or five workouts, and usually 4 of them during the week and then 1 on the weekend. Now the 4 during the week, of those, 2 of them are what we would call a base ride. So it's more like almost like this, like a free ride, kind of keep the heart rate down, getting time in the saddle, that kind of thing. But they also have two rides that are difficult, that are more engaging workouts. So we're going to do 2 of those on Monday and Wednesday. One Monday, 1 Wednesday. And Tuesday will be free ride. Tuesday afternoon I'm going to run. So, you know, as far as triathlon goes, that gets me a really good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday schedule. After that, who knows? Thursday night we're going to maintain Thursday night trivia rides at 6:35 p.m. Again, those are casual rides. It's all in keep everyone together mode, like you see here, where it doesn't matter how hard you ride, everyone stays together. So if you want to ride those hard, you can, but you don't have to. For me, it's just a nice way to pass the time on the bike. And we built up that trivia ride pretty good. And especially as summer starts winding down, which I hate to say it, but it is August. We're going to see more people coming indoors back on that trivia ride. We've probably gone from about 20 to 25 people per week down to about 15. And a lot of that is just, it's summer. People want to be out, they want to be about, they want to ride outside. They're doing other things with their lives at that point. So that's it, guys. Basically, if you're interested in coming to join us, if you're interested in doing the work, we are going to be, the idea is to do these Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday rides, possibly coupled with some weekend long rides, depending on weather and other situations. The idea is to stay consistent and build up in a proper way all the way through until Ironman Chattanooga 70.3, which is May 22nd. Yes, I am cognizant of this being a quasi off season for a lot of people. Personally, I have a couple of marathons that I need to do in the next few months, so I will be training for some other races in the near term, but I am making Chattanooga my A goal for next year. There's a lot of us going. We have probably about at least a dozen people as of right now, and it seems to be growing. Every day I talk to people, and every day new people are asking me questions and seem to be thinking about joining us. So it'd be really cool to get a lot of people down in Chattanooga. And so that's it. So I'm gonna chat a little bit here. I don't think Todd watches. I don't think Amy watches or anything. Tabby and Ron, you guys know the whole deal. So let me try to chat a little bit here. Okay. Ron says his chat's not working. Your chat's not working, Ron? Or you mean the chat in YouTube? YouTube hasn't worked, but plus I don't see. But if you're talking about in-game chat, yeah, I kind of understand. Ron, it's killing Ron that he can't use the chat right now. I know, Tabby. I'm not putting pressure on you. I'm not putting pressure on you. But we do have, I found a swimmer and I have a runner. I just need a cyclist for a relay team now. Need a little drink here. It's like a, I don't know that I've done this course. I think maybe we did. Ron, I feel like we did this one morning in the beginning. I don't remember this bridge here, these switchbacks. Ron says this one's new. So that's about it. We are thinking about also, like Todd said, we're talking about doing something on the weekends for long rides. We're gonna need to mix some long rides in. 70.3 is a 56-mile distance ride. That's a solid ride. Indoors, come on, get up that hill. Indoors, yeah, the longer the ride, the better, you know? The longer we can do it. So, it'll be nice. Chris, I see you stopping here. Missing the signal, hopefully. Hope everything's all right. Anyway, yeah, just the signal. She's back. So we'll try to work up the endurance over the weekends. The first few weeks, like I said, I'm going to try to ride some outdoors while I still can. I've been lazy about that in years past, but it certainly helps. It helps with handling, awareness, balance, that kind of stuff. Good question. How do you sign up for the rides? Now for Amy, So after, if you can't find me there, you can write, if you go find one of my workouts after I do it, you can write messages on those, and they give me a little prompt, so I do see those. Hopefully we'll try to grab some folks from Thursday night as well. We're going to be doing the trivia ride on Thursday night. That's tomorrow night. And we'll see if we can snag anyone from there as well to come for the 9 o'clock rides. My thought is, like, the West Coasters, man, this is good for you guys. It's probably more in your wheelhouse. It's a little late for East Coast. But Ron and I have been doing this now for like over a year. So if my time can match up with Ron's time, that's what we do. We kind of motivate each other and push each other. So what's this animal out here? Huh? You see that? If Romans is here, he'd try to shoot it. He'd shoot his screen. Romans. I love Romans. Anyway. October 24, Waco. All right. I don't know, man. It depends. Todd doesn't watch the live stream, but it depends on how good a shape you are in now. We'll chat with Todd later. I'll chat with Todd. Look, I just crammed for a 70.3 myself. So, if anyone's in authority on cramming for a 70.3, it is me. Whew. Got a good sweat going already, 20 minutes in. I got a good swim in this morning, felt really good. I'm about to do the swim leg of a relay in Ironman Maine, 70.3. It's in the Atlantic Ocean. And if swimming my best 1.2 miles wasn't enough motivation, out swimming the sharks certainly is. You know, you don't want to be the slow seal. I'll be in the middle of the pack. You don't want to be the seal that's lagging behind in the Atlantic Ocean. So the 10 to 12, another thing about the 10 to 12 week FTP Builder program, that's what we're going to start out with next week, is that the first 2 weeks they build, the reason why it's 10 to 12 is because they give you the first 2 weeks are optional. If you're in shape, supposedly, you don't have to do those first 2 weeks. If you're not in shape, they recommend that you do those first 2 weeks. Now, I was thinking about it. And I was thinking about skipping those first 2 weeks. But then I thought, you know, This is it's more of a marathon than a sprint at this point until May. So let's start off right. We'll ease into it nice. We'll pick a couple workouts from week 1 and a couple workouts from week 2, the second week. And we'll just be nice and ready to go come week 3. And we'll do some workouts, then we'll start doing those FTP builder workouts. Now, I did an FTP test on Monday with Ron. I do recommend that anyone who wants to join us, take a test. Take a test between now and then, between now and next week. Get yourself a starting point, number 1. Also, all the workouts are based off of your FTP. So, if your FTP is, over, if it is exaggerated on the top end, you're going to have difficulty doing those workouts. If your FTP is on the lower end, then you're not going to be doing enough work to build. So get a good read, do an FTP test, and then we'll have a starting point, and we'll go after it. We'll be consistent. We'll be there for one another during these rides, and afterwards, if people start missing, reach out. We'll get a good group, a little accountability, and all that good stuff. We tried to build those 5 a.m. rides too. That was another thing that we tried to do, was we tried building those out, inviting a lot of people, and it's just hard to find people to join you at that time in the morning. We got a good core group here, and I got a feeling that we'll see more and more people come in as the weather starts getting a little cooler. It starts getting darker a little bit earlier. Here's Ross Peters. Thanks for the ride on, Ross. We'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully, at Trivia. Ross is a mainstay at Trivia. I've missed the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, I couldn't do it. I was in Lake Placid, but last week I really just blew it off. That was just bad. I did speak to Kyle a little earlier tonight. He was asking about where our 5 a.m. rides were. But unfortunately, they're going to be discontinued. Unless Kyle wants to take them, he could take them. He could slap the Team Ordinary logo right on those. And I think he's one time zone over too, if I'm not mistaken. So for him, those might have been 4 a.m. rides. I wonder who rides more. I wonder if Kyle rides more or Greg Rajowski. If he is that his name? Rakowski? No, Rakovic, right? I forget. I'm gonna blow it up, whatever it is. I thought we were gonna rope him in here tonight, but he's West Coast, so this is 6 o'clock for him. I didn't change my weight again today, but with good reason. So if you missed the story last night, my weight had gotten up to 252 pounds, but I just sort of started paying attention, trying to eat healthy. And yesterday I was 242, which was a great mark because my weight on Zwift has been 243 for like the last 4 months. It was kind of one of those, I knew my weight was drifting up. I wasn't racing or anything. It wasn't like I was, screwing anybody else over. It just for me was really like mentally taxing to even think about making these rides more harder than they were. So I pretended like the weight didn't exist. But now that I got back down to where it was, this morning I weighed in at 243, of course. So I'm back to on the weight. So today I'm riding exactly the right spot. But it is nice when you start getting that downturn in weight and your weight starts going lower and lower, and you can come onto Zwift and just type in a lower number than it was the day before or the week before or whenever it was. That is really good for your for me and anyone who struggles with weight. To see the weight go down that's the most motivational thing when you really want it bad. I tell you, I will totally admit that I did not want it bad enough earlier this year. I ate what I wanted, I drank what I wanted, fully knowing that it was going to cause me to gain weight. I complained very little. There was some complaining. Why is my weight going up? Well, maybe you shouldn't have drank 10 beers. Maybe you shouldn't have had a burger. Maybe you shouldn't, But I went back onto MyFitnessPal and I'm going to start monitoring everything, trying to learn. What am I eating? What are the things that I'm doing? What are my bad behaviors that are causing my weight to increase? And I gotta tell you, whenever I'm in a bad weight funk and I decide to flip the switch and focus on it, MyFitnessPal doesn't lie. If you're honest with it, it does not lie. It will tell you exactly where those calories are. It will tell you about those habits. The one I keep bringing up was that we'd get like Costco a bag of almonds, roasted almonds. I would walk by it, grab a handful. It's almonds, it's healthy. Well, when you take a big handful, that handful is 180 calories. And if you're passing that bag 5-6 times a day, yeah, almonds may be relatively healthy, certainly better than a cookie. But those handfuls are 180 calories each. You do the math. Do 6 of those. Over 1,000 calories. That's like half of your calorie intake for the day in almonds, in snacking. That's just one example. You can find tons of them. You will learn. It will teach you. But you know what the trick is then to adjust the behaviors, right? Okay, so almonds are not the answer for me. Like, I got it. I'm eating too many. So what are the adjustments that I can make? I can either A, cut down on them, right? I'll tell you what I've been doing is the thing is the trip through the kitchen. It has nothing to do with me being hungry. It's the trip to the kitchen. So instead of taking the full handful, I take half a handful. And the difference there is huge. You know, so you go from 6 servings to 3 servings. And it turns out to be an incredible difference. And if that's not working, if it still proves to be a deciding factor in putting you over your calorie goals, then I can't buy almonds anymore. I can't have them in the house. And that's kind of a consistent big lesson for me, is if it's in the house, I'm going to eat it. So try not to have it in the house. And honestly, like, it's not one of those things where, like, I don't have beer in my house a lot, but if I do have it, I'm going to drink it. If it's there, I'm going to drink it. So if I just don't buy it, then it won't be there. I won't have that temptation. Same thing for cookies, same thing for ice cream. And even that stuff, like, to a certain degree, we've actually had ice cream in the house the last couple weeks. And portions, small portions. But for me, it's like, it's that mindset. Am I in that losing weight mindset, or just I don't care? And sometimes I say I care, but I still eat it. And the MyFitnessPal doesn't lie. If it goes in the mouth, it goes in the pal. "35 minutes in here. Feeling pretty good. It's a pretty course they made out here. I got a feeling, so I think it was Ron that said that they're trying to make this into a Watopia world. Like, so they're going to be expanding and expanding, putting in a climb, hopefully, getting some more distance onto some of these trails, get more badges. A little over 20 minutes to go. One-hour rides always feel good to me. I don't know, for whatever reason. I know that the trivia rides, I normally do 50 minutes. For whatever reason, I hit that 45 to 50 minute mark, and things tend to seem like it's a little bit more work. And it could be mental at this point. So get myself up to an hour, a comfortable hour. We did an hour last night with the diesel. We did it with the Pacer, the Zwift Pacer. That was kind of fun. Little climb here. Is this where we were before? I think it was, right? Did we do a full lap? Or is this like a figure 8? because I feel like we were here before. All right, Amy, take it easy. We'll see you next week, possibly tomorrow. Looks like we're on a KOM, so this is a climbing KOM, obviously. So if they showed that we did it before, then we'll know we're on a second lap. So in case you were wondering, like, I'm not like the Peloton guy, like that's gonna sit here and cheer you on. I mean, I'll talk here and there, but I don't got those kind of chops, and I'll tell you, I'm trying to do the work just as much as you guys are. I'm not dialing it down so I can scream and holler. I'm doing the work. I need this. My pain is real. It's kind of a neat little, see the sunlight there or something? I did, by the way, I don't think we must have turned off the KOM. A little under 20 minutes here to go. So we're going to call these 3 rides this week, we're going to call them just a preview. This is just a preview. Monday is our real start. That's our start of training. So we'll kind of do an official series start of these live streams, and maybe I'll find a nice fun thumbnail to throw up there onto the YouTube page. Alright, this is the start right here, I think. I feel like I had this badge already. Maybe not. Oh no, that was I leveled up. Look at that. I leveled up to 42. Woohoo! And no, I hadn't done the route. Suki's Playground. There it is. I've been waiting for that 42 for a while, man. I was leveling up, it seemed like, every 2 or 3 weeks when we were doing the 5 a.m. rides. And then when it stopped being consistent, there was a lot of time in between leveling up. So it's good to see. It's good to feel like on a cumulative basis, I've done a lot here. Level 50 is the max. I do know a few 50s. I feel like Greg is a 50. Anthony Park is a 50. There's probably some more on our Thursday night ride that I just don't even know. I bet Kyle has to be up there. And for those of you guys who watched last night, when I rode with the diesel, I had to ride at about 1.5 watts per kilogram. Now in order to do that, I weigh in kilograms, I'm over 100 kilograms. So I needed to be like 155 to 160 to keep up most of the time. And on hills even a little higher. Though the downhills were nice. But today I'm just kind of like taking it easy, kind of at a nice pace. And I've been sitting right around 130, 135 with some occasional bursts up hills. But this is just time in the saddle. Burning some extra calories, time in the saddle, building that base of fitness. Keeping the legs fresh. Getting quiet in here. I can tell you, the problem with this ride, or one of the problems with doing the ride late, is that I get off and I'm so, like my mentality for riding at night lately has really just been Thursday nights. So Thursday night 6:35, I get up at 7:30, I go upstairs, shower, help with the baby to bed. So my brain right now is wired to think that I still have probably 3 hours before bedtime, when it's really close to bedtime. Now the good news is I don't have to wake up at 4:30 to get on the bike. That's the good news. But it's going to throw off my my equilibrium a little bit, my sleep equilibrium. We'll see how that works out. Who knows? Maybe it'll exhaust me and I could just pass out. 12 more minutes to go. Guys, this was a really nice ride. Good course with some challenging spots. Not challenging necessarily, but some good places that you do work. up that castle climb. Chattanooga is not flat, from what I hear. It is not flat, so I think it's somewhere between. So I did Muscle Man about a month ago, and that had about 1,500 feet of elevation. Lake Placid is more like 3,000 for 56 miles. And I think Chattanooga is a little over 2,000, between 2 and 2,500. So there will be some climbing. I don't know exactly how it's laid out. That's something that you want to look at all the time. I learned that lesson from Muscle Man. You know, you want to see if the hills are steep and short or long and gradual. You know, the thing about Lake Placid is a lot of the downhill is in one like 3 or 4 mile stretch. It's just one giant descent, which means the rest of the time you're pretty much climbing. There are some flat areas, but there are a lot of long gradual climbs on that course. Is Chattanooga laid out like that? I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it's more rollers. Like Mont Tremblant was a lot of rollers, which was really good because once you go down a hill, you can kind of pick up some momentum and use it to kind of get up that next hill. And it tires you out a lot less. There were some climbs on Mont Tremblant too. One in particular, I remember walking at one point, which is good because I walked faster than I would have ridden it. Some really steep portions. Less than 10 minutes to go. Here's this hill, right? Here's this little Castle KOM, which we know we don't actually finish. So there's got to be more to it. Kind of interested to see where this goes. We might have to tackle this one day, Ron. Great work, guys. Keep it up. Might as well test this a little bit at the end. Yeah, I mean, it looks like if you look to the left here, something climbs up there, huh? So I'm gonna bet, where you see this road forks up here, that we're gonna say kind of straight to the right, but that the climb will go to the left. A little steep here, just a little. There's definitely a lag in Zwift from the hills to my trainer. A lot of times I crest the hill and I start coming down the other side, and it's still getting more difficult to pedal. Just for a little while, 3 or 4 seconds. Alright, so you see up here, my guess is we're going to kind of stay to the right as my connection drops. But I'm betting that the castle climb is to the left. Watch us make a left here and I'll look foolish. It wouldn't be the first time. 5 more minutes to go. There we go, off to the right. I predicted it. And now the climb, see the climb KOM timer is off, so that's it. That climb goes to the left there. I mean, good amount of altitude for today. Close to 700 feet when we're done, I would guess. It's not zero. I mean, it's not a climb, but it's not zero. Certainly not the flattest course out here. More hills, more hills. 3 more minutes. Alright, I can do math. There's a little more than 3 minutes, closer to 4 minutes. This was a good amount of work. It was. And maybe we'll do something on the weekend. Depends on the weather for me. Here's those little piggies. Two more minutes to go. Yes, I'm counting down. I kind of want it to be done. A good deal of climbing here. We're going to finish up on the uphill. About 16.5 to 17 miles. That's good work with that amount of elevation there. And climbing here and not doing the downhill portion. So good work, guys. You did great. Gearing up for Chattanooga. It's a long ways away. We got lots of time to train, but it's never too early. I'll be honest, at the end of this is the last 10 minutes or so. This has been a little bit of a slog. Wasn't really the goal for this ride to do a lot of climbing and to push too hard, but I kind of found myself doing it as we climb these things. See Ron stopping there for a second. He probably just dropped. He's probably waiting for me to tell him that he wasn't riding to the finish. So now he's back at 2.3 watts per kilogram. I'm watching. Todd with some good work. Chris Myers, good work. Tabby, excellent job out here. 20 seconds. And done. Guys, great job. 141 watts for me. That's not so bad. Kind of where I want to be for this ride. Give or take 10 to 15 watts. Feel good. Feel good. Good start. Consistent this week for me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was here every day. We'll be like that next week. Tomorrow night trivia ride. If you want to be invited, let me know. The invite's out already, but we can add people to it. 6:35 p.m. Eastern, doing some music trivia. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. And that being said, we're going to call it a night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We can check out the ride here real quick. Let's check out the course. Yeah, I kind of rode over top of it. Looked like it kind of went, I didn't even see. They went that way, around, and then kind of, I don't know. That looks about right. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See how many calories. 487. So last night was about 500, 510, something like that. So a little bit lighter than last night. But like I said, I was kind of averaging that 150 to 160. And today we averaged a little bit less. So that's kind of to be expected. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.